Hello. Hi. Hello. Stream started.
Hello. Hello, hello. Hello. How you doing today? Hello, hello. 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 You were playing Silsong? Nice. Ah. Is it at least huge? Really? No, I'm really curious. Ha. So I watched Doki's bot. Yeah, I'm actually a bit thankful that she didn't play my game. Now looking back on it. Because she was half dead. She was basically brute forcing everything. Yeah. Yeah, she was playing zombie mode. Also, her voice seems to be very tired. And I'm actually worried she might actually harm her voice. Yeah. You could hear the voice, her voice being like struggling to actually maintain itself. Yeah. Yes, I don't think she would have enjoyed my game. Not in that state. Yeah. Ha. But... it is what it is. Yeah, I suppose she was feeling pressure because it's been a while and she haven't touched anything about the game jam. Yeah. Sadly. Yes. I've been thinking so far. You know, I have noticed something about me. Remember what I told you? Well, I don't think I said it before. Yeah, I believe she's resting today and she has a sponsor stream tomorrow and then she will rest again. So, I've been thinking. You know what I just said before I started stream? That I needed coffee. Have I ever told you guys that coffee does nothing to me? I just like the taste. And I've been thinking about it. Because you see, when I was playing Silsong, I felt that I was rushing a little bit too much. It doesn't really wake me up if I drink coffee, but I do it in the case it actually helps. The thing is that I was thinking about my performance on Silsong last time, and I came to realize something. I rush a lot. I can focus really well, but I also move up at a very high pace. So I was thinking today in exploration mainly. I'm rushing, especially on the platforming segments, right? I relax and I speed up, basically. I become more, how to describe it? More careless and fast. And I was thinking about it today. So I did a little experiment because you see, I'm known by people who know me for being very fast eating food. If you give me a plate, the same as anybody else, by the time the fastest person on the table is halfway through that plate, I'm already done. And it's weird because even my friends are like, hey, how the fuck did you finish already? I don't see you are eating faster than us. It's not like you are breathing your food in, right? You are eating normally, but somehow you finish your plate before us. So I did a little experiment, right? And this experiment was, what to call it? Very revealing. Basically, what I did is that when I ate today, I look around the table and try to keep the pace of the other people, right? And something very weird happened. I was eating, right? And I always match the pace of whoever had eaten the most. And I notice that when I eat, I'm talking and chatting with everything on the table. So I'm blah, 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 eat. Blah, 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 eat. Blah, 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 drink. Blah, 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 eat. Blah, 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 eat. Eat. Blah, 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 eat. So I'm basically having this rhythm where I interlace the actions with grabbing food from the plate. And I notice other people don't do that. When I try to keep the pace with them, it will be they are talking. They stop talking. They keep listening. They don't actually eat from their plate until 10, 20 seconds has passed, and then they take a spoonful for a bit, then they keep talking and listening. They wait for a bit while listening, then they grab another spoonful, right? The way they eat is not like, how do I describe this? Not strategic. Like, not efficient. I noticed that I like have a rhythm to the way I eat. And when I try to keep the pace with the fastest person beside myself at the table, sometimes I will have to stop myself because my hand will reflexively pick up food with the spoon every time I finish a sentence. And I had to put it down because I seen the other people have not really eaten that much. And then I started to feel something that I didn't realize before. While I was like enjoying the conversation, I started to feel impatient. Like I was actually like the classical where you start like doing like the little leg movements where you are like jumping with your leg up and down. Or I started to like play with the knife. I would like fix my clothes, like button on my shirt, fix the ends of my sleeves, check for crumbs on my clothes, that kind of stuff. I noticed that I was feeling impatient. I was feeling anxious. That I was like, it was very like weird.
Like the evil eye in the classroom.
Basically, but because I have like etiquette training, I was like being very careful to not like be annoying, right? And I also noticed something that I noticed a long time before. I started to like show very like noticeably. You see, when I don't have anything to do and I'm waiting for someone or something, I have this like compulsive behavior where I will organize stuff that is close to me. Like I will like straighten like nails that are close to me or rearrange boxes. For example, if you have like needles that are like, oh, let me change that color. If you have like needles that are like all over the place, like this, for example, on a table, I will go on my way to straighten them up and line them up like this while I'm waiting. And if you have like objects in the table, like scattered around, I will like sort them by size. Yeah. That happens when I'm not doing anything. And I notice I do it unconsciously because I'm not like even looking at what I'm organizing. I'm just like playing with something. Like I grab a box and I look at it in my hands, turn it around, examine it, then I place it. Grab the next box, look at it, examine it, looking around, place it. And the issue is when I place it on a very specific order. So everything ends up being organized. And when I was like trying to keep the pace of the other people eating at the temple, I started feeling anxious and impatient. And then I started organizing everything near me, like the fork, the spoons, move my glass to the correct position. I straightened up my napkin. I reorganized the food in my plate, like in preparation to get eaten. Then I started checking like my clothes, make sure they're not like wrinkled, fixing my buttons. Basically, it's like I have this compulsion that I don't know where it comes from. Yeah. It does sound like OCD. You hate it when you can liquid after eating? Yeah, well, I don't hate it, but a very specific reason. Because I found it really funny when I was on a family gathering and we finished our food and I stayed seated because I know I cannot stand up until the host leaves the table, right? So when I see my cousins stand up and leave and then get scolded by my uncles and aunts, I find it very funny. Yes. Especially because usually my aunts and uncles will point at me and say, "Why cannot you behave like her? Why is this one the one who has better manners, better etiquette?" Right? And I found it funny. So I will always purposely stay seated at the table, just watch that happen. Yeah. TikTok brain needs stimulation. That's the issue. I don't actually use TikTok. I actually barely touch my phone. Yeah. I don't know where that came from. It was an expression? Yeah. So I've been thinking, maybe the reason coffee doesn't actually do anything to me is because I'm already like accelerated in a way. So when it just gives me a little boost, you barely feel it. Yeah. Maybe that's the reason.
Meow meow.
Hello. Hello. Eliminator. Hello. Hello. I always find so hard to pronounce your name. Meow meow. My mind is already at the speed limit. Maybe. So I was thinking. You see, coffee, it's a boost, right? Coffee is meant to be a boost. So what if I do the opposite? What if I, instead of drinking a cup of coffee at the start of the stream, I drink a depressive. What if I just grab a cup of wine? Wouldn't that like stabilize me? That's what I was thinking. Yeah, I don't get drunk easily, but maybe that's the reason. Because I'm like already on a permanent like coffee high. But when I get alcohol, I'll just go down to normal instead of like getting drunk. Yeah. I don't know. I would like considering it. Yeah. I don't get drunk easily, but also I barely drink. So, my drug of choice is basically coffee. So I've been wondering. Yeah. Oh, also, this is another thing. Let's talk about it while I switch scenes. So,
Hello, hi,
there is...
hello, stream started, like the evil eye in the classroom.
this thing,
Meow meow.
I heard, which is a bit boring. So, the other day, I heard of something that was a bit perturbing. You see, a relative was on the sea, basically, having fun at the beach. And this person was on the water, you know, splashing about. Not swimming, just like waist deep into the water, right? And he said that suddenly he could not hear anymore. Like all the sound went away. Obviously, this person got scared, right? So he went to another relative that was nearby and tried to tell him, hey, something's wrong, right? But their voice didn't come out. They couldn't speak. So they had to gesture the other person that there was something wrong, right? The other person being looking at him like acting weird. They grabbed him and pulled him out of the water, right? About 5 minutes later, this person's hearing and ability to speak came back. And they were very worried, so they decided to go and leave the beach and go back to a nearby house where they were staying. They spoke with the people there about what happened, and they were like talking about what to do, when suddenly it happened again. The person suddenly stopped hearing, like 100%, and they could not speak, and they had to like tap the shoulders of the other person and gesture that they couldn't like hear or speak. And using like gestures, they tried to like communicate. And he told them he couldn't hear anything, not them speaking, not the noise outside of the streets, not the television that was on. So they got even more scared. So they decided to pack things up and come back to the city. This person doesn't have a health insurance, so they decided to, instead of going to the hospital, they decided to start the procedure and the paperwork to put this person on a health insurance before going to a doctor. And I was like, hold on. Isn't that like... My medical knowledge was like next to none about that issue, right? I'm not very knowledgeable about the brain or anything of that. But I was like, isn't that like a mini heart attack? I had like this big like awareness.
What's up? How's everyone doing? Waving hand
Hello,
emoji.
Mundo. Hello. No. Also, hello, Holosynist. Excuse me, Solid Snake. What are we going to do now that finished Pathfinding? Pathfinding is not finished. I still need to implement it into the actual character. Right now I'm like finding the path, right? Now I need to have the character actually walk the walk. Yeah. So, continuing with the story. They decided to start doing the paperwork instead of actually going to the hospital, right? And I was like not sure exactly what the issue was because I'm not really aware of that kind of medical science. So I decided to do a little bit of research after hearing the story. It turns out those are technically strokes and not of like the basic kind of stroke, right? But very serious, very dangerous kind of strokes. Because when I searched up the symptoms and everything, the sources I found, they were like, oh yeah, if you have partial loss of a hearing, it could be blah 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 blah. If you had trouble speaking, blah 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 blah. The issue here is that was not partial. It was not just one. It was both, and it was 100%. Right? And I was like, oh fuck. So I did a little bit more research. And my conclusion is that it's a stroke, but it's a very weird stroke because you see, usually once you have a stroke, you just simply take damage, right? It's permanent damage. So you might recover some functionality, but you usually lose some, right? Some of it is simply not recoverable. So, I was like, okay.
What game? Or is it your game?
It's my game. Hello, technology. Hello, welcome. What are you making exactly?
What are you making exactly?
I'm making a Zelda 2D game style. Yeah. Hello. You wanna have a peek? I'm currently making this on Game Maker. It's still on development. I was testing the pathfinding, as you can see. Yeah. It's still a work in progress. Mainly because the pathfinding was not really working the way I wanted. But I can show you other areas of the game. So I have currently completed 2 dungeons of this little Zelda-like. You can already attack, defend, and everything. Because I modified the pathfinding, there is a lot of issues currently with the enemies. So currently a crash is very likely because the pathfinding is not complete. Yeah. It's still in process. But I will say is maybe around 10% maybe complete. The anime VR chat is crazy. Oh, this is not actually 3D. Also, it's not running on VR chat. Yeah. It's just a very well animated and well tracked to the avatar. Yes, this is actually a drawing. An animated drawing. Yes. Oh, it's actually capturing the area quite well. Yeah. So yeah, that's what's currently being done. This map is the same size as the original Zelda, also. Just because I wanted to see if I could actually make it. Yeah. There's still a lot of sprite missing because I don't have an artist. All this is have been made by me. Yeah. Also, I don't have sound effects or music because I have not gotten around doing that part. What's over it, the animating? This thing is called 2D live avatar, and it's running on a VTube Studio. Yes, you can find it on Steam. It's like YouTube, but with a B. VTube Studio. UB. Is ignoring 3 is the pathfinding. I need to fix that. Oh yeah, the model I'm using is custom made. So it doesn't come with the software. It does have like about 6 avatars that come with it. Yeah. Ouch. Just so you're aware. But yeah, currently we're working on the pathfinding. I got stuck. I need to fix that.
I am here, bloggers. D.
Hello, Joshua. Welcome. Can you load avatars? 3D models. This particular program is exclusively 2D. Yes. It makes it way easier to handle because you're not using like an actual 3D model. So it's very light on the computer. But also it's very restrictive. For example, I cannot really show you my back. Yeah. It's 2D after all. Yeah. There are 3D solutions. I believe, I don't remember what was that one called. Some people use VR chat with a green background. There is, I believe, one where they use worlds from Steam VR also. And what else? I think there are some implementations using Unity where you can actually make your own like stuff there, but I never actually tried it. Yeah. Indeed. Also, BitUp Studio has a very active workshop if you are looking for assets. Yeah. Yes. Oh, and just to finish the story that I was talking about, I let them know that if it happens again, they should probably go straight to the ER because it sounds like something is very wrong there. Okay, shall we actually try to fix this pathfinding? Okay, so currently we are running the pathfinding here to create the start of the pathfinding and the goal. Yes, the drama continues. Yes, hopefully that person doesn't die. Third one is the charm. Well, you see, I'm a bit saddened by having to bring you this news. This is not the third stream. Yeah. This might be the third consecutive stream this month, but it is not the third stream on pathfinding. Yeah. Okay, so we call pathfinding right here, right? We generate the path, and we can even color it right here. Yeah. So now, let us use it, right? Now that we have the pathfinding, we change our state to moving so we can start using it. Ah! I didn't reset that. Damn it. Also, hello, Basil. Let me refund you that alert real quick. That was a metal pipe. Oh wow, you have a shit ton of alerts. Yeah, it's because I forgot to... I need to reload the alerts every time I start a new stream. It's a little bug that I have not bothered to fix. Yeah. Game Maker is good to learn. Well, if you are trying to do 2D, that is either a platformer or a... Ouch! Ouch! If you are trying to do a 2D like I am, like a platformer or a top-down 2D, yes, it's very good for that. The language they're using is not like very complete. It's missing some features. If you know your way around programming, they have things missing like overcharge of functions. Yeah. Metal Power Launcher, new meta combo. Yeah, there are some like features actual programming languages have that are not currently available on a Game Maker. Also, a lot of the Boolean kind of primitives are not really like actual Booleans. They are like imitation Booleans. So it has its quirks, right? But if you are going to do 2D, it's actually pretty good. Yeah. Okay, this code I don't need. Okay, now that we are moving. This is going to be interesting. Okay, so we have a path, right? What we need to do here is this one is what handles the animation. So let me put it separate over here. I don't need this frame rate trigger. Easy to learn? How long did it take you to learn? Well, when it comes to how easy it is to learn, I believe it's fairly accessible. You see, while the language is like kind of incomplete on these features, there is this mode called what was it called? Visual something from GameMaker. Let me just see if I can find it over here. Source examples. No, editing code. Okay, here it is. Let me just copy this and show it. So they have this like visual code representation that you can use to make actual programming. Not something I use because I like to have like more like fine control over what I can do. But you can see you can actually like structure it like this, where you say, hey, the variable name is points is going to have this value, and you basically get like this visual system of nodes and data you can use to actually program and do everything. Yeah. This is like what they made for beginners. So it's fairly intuitive. Yeah. I just like to have more control, so I go for the actual code section. Also, GameMaker makes like tutorials like fairly often on their YouTube channel. So you can actually like dive in there if you are curious about learning GameMaker. Yeah. And if you have touched any other like game editors like RPG Maker, I think it will take you not that much effort to find your way around. Yeah, because the structure of the program, the editor, is very similar to those. Yeah. Yes. What else? How much time did it take me? When I started this project, I knew nothing about Game Maker Studio. Yeah, I literally made this game to learn the engine. Yeah. So yeah, if you are familiar with RPG Maker or that kind of game editor, you should pick up this one fairly easily. Yeah, especially if you start from that area that is like using nodes to program instead of actually coding. Yeah. You think other things just you got stuck very badly. Last time I tried to use Godot, I couldn't tell what the fuck was happening, so I give up. Yeah. So I cannot really help you there. Okay. So now we need to move, right? We need to move the character following the guide we have. So first, we need to get the actual thing. So in our pathfinding section, we are grabbing the tile from this. Yeah. Also, if you are trying to learn how to make a game, here is one advice I have that I believe will be very helpful. Do not use AI. It will maybe help you make something passable as a student project. But when you try to do something more complex that is not seen often in games, AI will not be able to help you. Yeah. Also, the more you use AI, the less you will learn. That's the issue with AI. Whatever you could have learned, you will not if you use AI. Yeah. And this is going to just start coding your own engine. The thing about that is, I'll put it this way. I can code my own engine, but it will take me as much time to make the engine as it will take me to make the game. So I can make my engine, but it will take me 3 years to make the goddamn engine, and then 3 more years to actually do the game. So it's not feasible. You simply cannot have enough money or time to actually do it. Yeah. There is no issue with using an engine. Yes. The good thing about doing your own engine is that you can custom make it to do things that other engines don't offer, because they are very niche or very rare. But that's basically it. Yeah. Yeah, there is not unless you cannot find an engine that can actually do what you want, there is not really a reason to make your own. Indeed. Okay, so what was that function again? Move and collide right there. Okay, so this is the function I was using for the Doki Game Jam. First, we need to get the grid tile. I think I should make this a function instead. Hold on, because that's very annoying to have. So function get tile, and I will receive a vector, and then I will simply return this, and it will be vector x and y, just to make this more simple. So this becomes get out, and I just need the position. So for that, I need to convert my own position to the grid position. Create position start that would be bar position world. Position is going to be new vector with my coordinates, and then we get the grid position. That's going to be get, no, it was to grid position. We pass the position and we now got the grid position. And then we pass this here and we get the tile corresponding to where we are. And now that we have that, we can move. Okay. So. So the X and the Y here are the distance we are going to move, right? Our object is what we are going to collide with. Non-iterations is to check for collisions. So we basically, if we set this to 10, and we have 20 in the distance, either on X or on Y, it will check twice, right? Once every 10 steps. I'm pretty sure Hernan said that you don't program your games from the scratch, you're not a programmer. I both agree and disagree. I would say, if you cannot program a game from scratch, like making your engine, you are not a programmer. But I'm saying you only need to be able to do it. That is, if you can, you are a programmer, right? But you don't have to actually make a game. Yeah. Usually get imposter system after you finish a program. How do I even code this nonsense to make it work? Yeah, it does happen. Yes. It's difficult to actually like get out of that like mentality. And then, well, I suppose that happened to me, but I know it happens to other people. I got out of that mentality when I realized no one else was like programming like I do, right? So I was like, that means I'm a genius. No. Then you find your match, and then you get stomped into the ground, and then you realize, okay, I'm not the protagonist here. Yeah. And that's when I kinda found a balance where I'm like, okay, I'm a professional programmer, but I'm not the programmer. Yeah. But I'm good enough to defend myself. Yeah. Okay, so the way we're going to be moving is going to be a set speed, right? Do I have a speed for the... Immediately I'm like, yes, I need a speed. Do I have a speed? I have a lot of variables that is going to need to be removed. Movement speed, right there. That's what I needed. What is it? Over here. So, we're going to move at a specific movement speed, right? And let me just separate this. But the distance on next is going to be movement speed, right? And we will use distance here underscore. And right. Oh, I hate when the thing does that. Okay. Then we do the same for Y. What is next? The list of collisions. I believe that should be the same that is used for the calculation of the pathfinding, right? So I will over here simply say dy the list of collisions, and then iterations. I like to put this at 5. That way we do 5 checks to make sure we are not like overlapping with anything we shouldn't. The offset, what was the offset again? Oh yes, the direction to move if we are hitting something. What is the default again? Let me check. Manual. Okay. I can use 0 to specify default. So bar x off, let's just say 0. And we will do the same for the y. Yeah. Okay, sleep well. Rest well, rest well. Yeah. Yeah, you are living the life playing Silksong. And here I cannot do the same unless I'm streaming. Wow. Max distance. We can set it like this. Change every stream to Silson. I do kinda want to. I'm not gonna lie. But one must hold back. Do we? It's not so much temperance as it's much more. I try not to think about it. Okay, so now we have this. Let's give it a try, shall we? Let's see how it works. Also, over here, where we set the start point, we will simply say we start where the enemy is. Yeah. Okay, let's test it out. So let's see, can you find your way to me? Wow! Okay. I think I need to fix that. That was not what I wanted. Let's see. We got the towel, right? We don't have the towel. Oh, I never actually got the towel. Wow, and I was wondering why it didn't work. There we go. That's the towel. Okay, so the direction we're going to go, it will depend on the tile we're in, right? So instead of checking direction here, that we just like check our difference to set everything, I can simply move this after we get the direction, and our direction is going to be the tile direction. It was flooded in, right? I don't remember. Pathfinding. The tile was flow, yes. Okay. So we have the flow, that's the direction we must go. Right? Now, to determine direction. Let's see. We're going to be according to the direction. According to the direction, if it's down, if it's up, if it's left, if it's right. Okay. So I suppose I need to modify this. Let's call this bar H horizontal, and I will call this 0, and I will make one more that we call it vertical. And if we're going down, our vertical is going to be equal to 1. If we're going up, it would be the opposite. It will be negative. The horizontal over here, if we are moving left, is going to be 1. And that's supposed to be over here. And this one is supposed to be negative. Right? And then over here, I simply multiply this by the horizontal. And this for the vertical to get the correct movement. Does that work, I wonder? Let's see. Oh, it does. It just very fast. A little bit too fast. Hold on, let me try again. I want to see it go through a more complex path. Oh, wow. I did a lap around the area. Let me go over here. And I will just save my position. One more time. Yeah, it's a very aggro slime, apparently. Ah, so we couldn't find the path. That's too bad. What if I'm over here? Where is the bat? Yeah. It's moving a little bit too fast. A little bit too fast. Let's see. What is the movement speed for the slimes? Ah, it's 5, I see. Let's change to 1. That way it won't be full turbo anymore. Let's see. There we go. That looks so much more tame. And it's doing the pathfinding quite well. Ah, it just disappeared. It's still there. I'm hitting and colliding with it. I suppose because there is no sprite for moving neutral. It vanished. I'm missing one sprite, I suppose. But it's working perfectly. So now that that's working, let's make it a little cycle, shall we? So now that it is working as expected, we will check right here. After we move, if we are within range for an attack. So if distance to object underscore player is less than what would be nice. $64? No. Yeah, let's put it at 64 for now. Right? In that case, we change state to attack. Do I have a function to change this? Change. I don't. Oh, that was under the Doki project. I was like, I remember I had a function for this. Right? And when we're on attack, we just simply attack. So let's see. Ah, it crashed. Event object animation test. Alt one isn't for objects. Green target minus. Wait, what? Oh no, let me check this error. Grid target vector -1 The fuck? Oh, I see. What? What is this thing here? Hold on. Any parent creates. Yeah, this line should not be here. Nani? Bye bye, Disette. Good luck. Also, welcome back, Joshua. Okay, I suppose it was just an issue of leftover code. Let's see. Oh. Wow. Why did it? Huh. That's weird. Wait, what was that? Hold on. Did it just go straight to the attack state? It did go straight to the attack. What? Why? Oh, I see. It's because this is the wrong way around. Ah, nice. Oh, wow. So, basically, 64 is a little bit too much. So I need to move this. This is not correct. Instead of doing just a plain distance, I need to make it horizontal or vertical. So, let's see. Bar. Distance on X is going to be my X minus the objects layer dot X. Right, and we will do the same for the Y. And if this distance on X is less than 64, we go to attack. Right? If Y is the same, we do the same. I need to make this absolute. So it would be absolute on X and absolute on Y. Yeah. Almost there. We are almost there. There we go. That's looking quite nice. Oh, damn it. It attacked over here because the distance vertically was less than it should be. So I need to also validate that is... Oh, it's raining. Hello, storm. Hello, storm. I need to validate the distance is correct. So I will just make it double conditional. Distance to object underscore layer is under 64 and the distance on X is under 64. That way we guarantee we are within range, right? On both sides. Then we change the state to attack. I believe that should work. Did you like the effect? It attacked a little bit early. What's with the 64 and what's is hard codec? Basically, it's very simple. You see these squares here in the map. Each of these squares is 32 pixels by 32 pixels. What I'm basically saying is if the player is here, the slime has to get like around here before it can actually try to attack. Yeah. It's not supposed to be hard-coded. I'm just like trying to make it work currently. Actually, 64 would be around here instead of over here. Yeah. But that's the idea. Okay, I can simplify this. Let's see. Hold on, let me think. So if the player is here, 64 would be at least this distance, right? But it would be a radius, so it would be around like this. Actually, let me make that more clear. If we have the player like right here, the radius would be like around this, right? So whenever the enemy enters this like circle, they will attack. But currently, if the enemy goes like around here, that's when they attack. Oh, wait, I see. Okay, I got it. You see, the issue here is that this 64 over here is the difference, right? Between the two X's or the two Y's. But if I put it on 64, that means they can attack when the distance is too great, right? So I need to reduce this to something very small. Like, for example, let's say 16. Right? Let me also restructure this a little bit. Let's say I need right here, just to make it more clean. This is more clean. Right, so what I'm going to do here is that once the enemy gets within the circle, an ambulance, hold on. When it gets within the circle, I'm going to check that the distance vertically or horizontally is small, and then we switch to attack. Yeah. Oh, it won't attack twice because this is a state, not a command. So we just switch to the state, the attacking state, and we don't do the second one. Even if we move twice to the attack, it will just get like interrupted. Yeah. So let's see. There is the path. Quite nice. No attack yet. There we go. It just went on the wrong direction. Almost got it. Almost. It's like almost there. Okay. So the issue here is that we are not facing the player once we are in attack mode. So we go over here. Let me check. Where is attacking? Right there. And on attack, not your attack. On attack, right here. We are just simply changing the sprite. But what we need to do is simply face the player first. So our direction is going to be face target, and that will be the object player. And that should work. Maybe. In theory. Let's see. Testing. It crashed. What happened here? And then you parent undefined value on script sprite asset character state. Get sprite parent on attack. Step line of slime. Okay. Let's see. Apparently the issue was here. Here. Sprite character state right here? Oh, the direction. Okay. Will you fix the wavy motion? What do you mean wavy motion? Let me try again. I want to see what the error was again. The wavy motion. What do you mean with the wavy motion? There is a crash. Undefined value. So there is an undefined value here. Where exactly? We have a state, we have direction, we have a character name. Okay, let me check exactly what's happening here. I'm going to use the book mode. Immediately we are having issues. Hold on. There we go. And I will enable this now. Alright, because... He's getting called every... It's turning white? Ah. Yeah, it's not like the shortest path. You are indeed correct. Yeah, but I'm not looking for the shortest path. Hmm. Hmm. Well, I could try to make it so it's not turning white, but it will complicate the pathfinding a little bit. Hmm. Okay, let me check this. Character slime. So we don't have a value right there. State is attack. Ah, direction is undefined. Why is that? Our direction is undefined. Oh wait, I think I know what's happening. Hold on. So basically the issue is that we're not getting a direction. That means over here, we're not getting a direction here. Why? Face target. We're getting the distance. Oh, this already... I see. It's because it's not returning a value. Ah. I see, I see, I see. So instead of using it like this, I just do this. And that should be enough. The turning white, how do I solve that? Ah, he jumped a little bit too soon. Yeah, I succeeded this time. I'm trying to figure out how to solve the issue you mentioned, the white turning. Currently what we do is we don't change directions unless we hit something. That means we'd have like prioritize when it's a new tile. We should prioritize going on the preferred direction. But if I do that, what would happen if I do that, actually? Currently, right here. When it's a new tile, we... Only when we are 9, I switch directions here. With the player, with the target. So I would need to add a different condition to actually do the direction change. Here, where do you think get direction off for that? The one I'm using here. So basically, if I move this over here, it will have the same effect, in theory. And currently, we're only triggering the code right here when we're aligned. If I do it every time, it's a new tile. We will have the same issues of before. Yeah, I believe it would be the same issue we had before. If I grab this and set it right here. If we change every time it's a new tile, without like checking anything, this is what happens. Yeah, I just get stuck. So it is not changing every new tile, but we need to change in a very specific way. This doesn't really trigger that often, actually. Only under very specific conditions. So what I need to do, I'm trying to see the behavior in my head. Every 10 steps? I'm trying to see if I can like just simply set the correct pathfinding instead of like relying on gimmicks. Currently, I'm thinking about the white turns, just so you see what's happening. basically, you can see how the pathfinding has like this, goes all the way to the end instead of actually like turning like at the correct moment. Ouch. That actually hit me. You see how it goes like all the way to the end instead of actually like turning around the corner? And it does the same over here. Instead of turning left here, it goes all the way up here before trying to go back down. So I was thinking if there is a way to fix that. Doing everything steps, it could be a possibility. That's everything steps. And I could, instead of set this, I could grab this one to go to like towards a preferred direction instead of what I'm doing currently. It didn't really change anything. Oh wait, I know why. Whoops. Because I never actually counted the steps. There we go. Actually, let me put it. Yeah, that is fine. Oh, wow. That's not something I expected. I just straight up couldn't do anything. Oh. Wow. What if I put it to 20? Why did that behave like that? That's interesting. That worked the same. It didn't go all the way to the bottom, though. And you can see it actually try to turn right there. Yeah. What if I make it 13? Yeah, and it didn't work. Yeah, apparently the steps only work under very specific conditions. Yeah. I think it's more like I need to figure out a way to actually turn correctly instead of what I'm doing. Yeah. This won't let us simply guess, I suppose. Then again, what we have is a perfectly viable pathfinding. It's not optimal, but it's doing just fine. Okay, now the attack is working correctly. Let's see. We execute this on attack. We don't really like switch. Oh. Animation ends. Okay, let's see. On attack animation ended. Right there. We go over here on animation and attack animation ends. We go to wind down and clear the already hit list. That's fine. Yeah. Maybe forced to check direction based on character location? I could. I could do a different check. I could make it maybe bar potential direction. We simply just grab what could be, right? And we are basically getting here the next.
Nothing beats being awake till
Position.
like 5 to see Muse face on stream, half awake, half sleep.
Hello. Why are you doing this to yourself? Wow. You must be dying. Wow. And on that Sunday night. Well, Sunday for me. Why are you doing this? Yes. Also, hello. Welcome. Really. No. You are going to die. Okay. So, potential direction, right? So, we got a potential direction. We get a potential position, right? And we will get it from our current position and the potential direction, right? And what I'm going to do is simply check the tile. Where is it? Right here. Actually, I can just bar potential tile is going to be get tile from this, and then we will say if potential tile is not blocked, then we switch. What about that? What do you mean you get to see me in person? I'm not that. I'm not a Green Reaper. A Green Reaper? The fuck? A Grim Reaper. What is a Green Reaper? Wow. Okay, let's check. Does that work, I wonder? Oh! It kinda works, but not really. It got stuck. You go by green also? Really? The green glass, man? Wow. Nearly succeeded? Yeah, the issue with this is on the diagonal again. Is the issue we had before. Yeah. Yeah, I believe there might be an application of this in a way that actually works, but currently it does not. Sadly. I think I need to think it more thoroughly. Yeah. Well, for now, the pathfinding works. And I kind of want to make the enemies actually, like, functional again. So, let's see. This is for the enemy parent, yeah. Where do I use get attack position? Right there, okay. Only there? Oh, I use it in the other enemies, I see. Oh. That's an issue. Huh. I think shot at less. If there is a crossroads, it will face a bunch and it will check. But then it will return back to the crossroad. The issue with that is that we don't know how many branches it will create. And I have an issue with memory. So that might not be a good idea. I was thinking maybe the thing we had like in this thing right here, the potential blocked. The issue that happened when it went like started like going on a shape like this right? That issue comes from it changing like priorities depending on the distance to the player, right? So this could be solved maybe by limiting this condition to be triggered only when we are like moving along the wall, basically. That way we'll only trigger on corners. Yeah. So if we are not at a corner, it will not trigger. And that way we will prevent the issue we are facing currently. Yeah, that's a theory. I'm not completely sure about that. Yeah. Ah. Okay, give me a moment. I need to go to the bathroom. I'll be right back. Please excuse me for a moment. One moment. One moment. I'll be right back. Hello. Okay. So, I think... Yeah, hello, I'm back. I was thinking about this. How about we add a hit... Ouch. 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 Oh, you need to buy it from the store. Seller store? Yeah. I believe the command is something like shop list to show... Oh, you cannot see. Shop list like this to see the list for the store. It was store or it was shop? Oh, it's a large store. Was it a large store? I don't remember. Go, hold on. One moment. I will tell you exactly what it is. Hold on. To get the storm is VTuber shop. You just list to see the item list. VTuber shop list, and then you can choose whatever there is on the list. Yeah. And then you say VTuber's shop by the name of the item. Yeah, and that's how you buy it. You say exclamation mark crystals and touch your money. Yeah, maybe I should make a like a like an alias for the crystal command so it works with money. Yeah, that could be an option. Yeah. Yes, there you go. That's how you have the crystals. The more you watch my stream, the more crystals you get. You get crystals depending on the time you watch. Yeah. Also, there are other ways to get crystals. Yeah. There is the beg command that will give you a small amount of random crystals. Mm. Okay, where was I? Right, this thing. I was thinking that we're using this new deer when we hit a wall, right? Maybe I should make a variable similar to that, where I say follow with wall, and we set this as false. And if we hit a wall, we simply set this to true. Right? We are basically next to a wall. So, for this to actually be triggered, we say we need to be not locked when we try to turn, and we must be following the wall before, right? And when that happens, we turn left and we set falling wall to false. Yeah, that might actually work. There is also, what was that? The name of that command? Loot box? Locked box. Not loot box. Locked box, I believe. Almost, kinda, not quite. Yeah. Yeah, that didn't work. I think I suppose I will just stick with this. It's not optimal, but I don't want to risk like getting stuck doing pathfinding anymore. Yeah. Your chat is full of Nancy, currently, sorry. Don't worry about it, that's fine. It's not loot box, it's locked box, I believe. Basically, it's a little mini game where you sacrifice, I believe, 10 crystals to try to guess the combination to a locked box. If you succeed, you get 1,000 crystals. Yeah. I believe that was the command. Let me check, just to make sure. Yeah, it's lockbox. Yeah. The command goes like this. Lockbox and a combination, like 1, 2, 3, 4. It has to be 4 numbers. Yeah. If you get it right, you get 1,000. Yeah. 1,000 crystals. But mind you, people can guess the combination before you do, because they can see what you're typing, right? So they might try to steal the lockbox if you're not careful. Yeah. Be mindful of that. Ricardo particularly loves to steal the lockbox from people. Yeah. Okay, I think this pathfinding is working just fine. Now, we need to check if every... You're feeling bad while spamming? Yeah, it happens, but mind you, some changes in YouTube's algorithm. The more people are speaking in chat, the best for me, even if it's nonsense. Okay, I believe this is good enough for pathfinding. Let's see. Yeah, we go all the way over there and boom. That's
You
an
came
attack.
to my house, ate all my snacks during the night, and left.
Oh, wow. How dare you accuse me of such a thing? Well, also it depends on the snacks. Is Kick good option for chatting? Chat messages will encourage your comments. Is Kick? You mean Kick the streaming website? I don't really stream on Kick. So I wouldn't like no. I never actually tried Kick. You had a box of Haagen-Dazs, the chocolate and almond covered vanilla ice cream bars. It does sound good.
Rua.
Rua? Ah. You got it. $1,300 crystals. Congratulations. I personally prefer. I don't really stream anywhere. I stream here. What do you mean? Also, I stream every day at the same time. What do you mean I don't stream anywhere? I couldn't be more consistent. Even if I tried. Actually, no, I could be more consistent, but that's not the point. Yeah. I stream here. I feel like it's not a way to actually, like, grow. Because YouTube is not very good at advertising live streams. Yeah. I feel that maybe I'm shooting myself in the foot there. But I don't know if I could handle multiple streams. Because I kinda want to keep like my streaming very high quality. Yeah. So I'm not sure. Yeah. Also, I'm not like actively advertising my stream, which is probably another issue. Yeah. Okay, so I can kill this since I'm not using that. On hunting, I believe I should also kill it because I'm not using it. Yeah, this looks fairly fine. On move is empty, which is kind of weird. Attack. Maybe I should move this over here. Idle, content, hunting. it I'm moving. This is the one I made. So I could just maybe say on moving and move this code over here. Why do I do this? I don't think I need this. I just getting overwritten a little bit down the line, so okay. So we have this over here. That's our fusion function of moving. Right, and I can just say I'm moving here, just to simplify the code over here. Yeah. Make it more legible. Okay, so now the slimes are working, I believe. I don't know what are these variables over here anymore. I don't remember. Which is a bit of an issue. Okay, one more check just for the slimes.
Exploitable TTS.
Indeed. But I can also shut it up immediately. Yeah. I have a kill switch. Yes. So it's not as exploitable as it seems. Oh. Also don't... Oh, I forgot about this. I never actually changed the state after that. Oh. That's true. When done animation, we switch to hunting. Maybe I should go back
No,
to...
don't kill me, D.
I need to switch to idle to go again to the pathfinding. Maybe. Outside, I don't know if you know this, but every time you join the stream, you get a free TTS. Yeah. Your first message every stream. Yeah. Okay, that's fine. Rest well, Joshua. Rest well. Rest well. Night night. Yeah. You got quite a bit of crystals. I could go back to idle. Yeah, thank you. Bye bye. Good night. Rest well. Let's see. I will move this over here. Hmm. Okay, so on idle, I'm basically calculating the pathfinding, right? I think I should move this to hunting, actually. This right here. And I don't really need the timing here. I could just move it over here. Like that. Right, to recalculate the target. I don't need this. That will put us on moving. And from hunting we go to attack, and from attack back to hunting. Right? So that should be nice. This sends us to moving, this goes to attack. So that's fine. On idle, I suppose I can do something about this. Idle should be like then wandering about. Let's see. I want to select a random direction for them to move. So we go to scripts and nouns directions. Okay, so we have I don't know what the fuck this was about. Why do I have this again? Get direction and noun. Okay. Get the prefix. Okay. Invert direction. Okay. Then I want a random direction. Function get random there. And I simply will say return choose between direction dot none direction dot, that's not a comma, down left right up. It will give me a random between these every time. Okay. And over here on the idle, I simply will choose a direction to move on. So I will simply say our direction is going to be a random direction. And then we move. So I will grab this code right here for moving. If we hit something trying to move, bar hits, I believe. This returns an array, right? Yeah. What was in the array again? Let me check the manual. Array of instances that we hit. Okay. So it's an array of whatever we hit. Okay. So I will say if array length of hits is greater than 0, that is if we hit something, I will set the direction to dir.down by default, right? And I want to trigger this every certain amount of time. So I will put an if here. And let's call this, I do have a fire rate variable, right? Well, I had one before. If f rate greater than, how many frames could be nice? $120? If we are over 120, we change direction of movement. No, this has to execute regardless the movement speed. What needs to change is the direction. So, not this, but this. Right, so I set f rate to 0 once we switch. And we increase f rate. That way we are changing directions once every 2 seconds about. Yeah. You are very hungry, but you have frozen Nutella? Why did you freeze Nutella? That's weird. Then again, I never eaten Nutella actively, so I don't even know if it actually spoils or not. I could just say here none, actually. And that way this is just 0, so it doesn't move. Let's see. It was melted? What did you do to your poor Nutella? Did you put it on the microwave or something? Wow. Wow. Okay, this should have like this moving around, maybe? And then I can say if distance to object underscore player is less than the detection range Then we switch to hunting. Yeah. Meanwhile, we're just idling. It was outside, I tried to freeze it, now it's concrete. Why would you try to freeze a melted Nutella? What was the point of that? Oh, it's like wondering about. Interesting. That looks actually pretty nice. Maybe the amount of time is a little bit too long. I should maybe cut it in half. Did anyone see the red moon yet? Oh, you mean... Oh, that was a crash. What happened here? Post previous tell about path talents, new on hunting, enemy step. Okay, so we went into the state of hunting and everything crashed. Why? Let's see. New previous style, next previous style, why? What is this thing that is like triggering that? Hold on. Is that part of the pathfinding that is breaking? Hold on. Here? Or maybe because there is no previous style? Oh. A previous style was set to no one. Try to send it. Hold on. Did I maybe make a mistake here? I don't know if I can actually see the red moon you are referring to, because I believe that depends on location. I have not seen it, by the way. I have seen red moons before, but not today. So basically the problem is that the preview style is none. And we're like on a blocked object. Oh, I see. I see what's happening. Because the pathfinding is starting on a block tile. This is the issue. Oh. I see. Huh. That's the issue. Your car cannot read the kanji, or the song is your playlist? Wow. That's sad. You need to teach your car Japanese. Like I gave the training to my bot to speak Japanese.
Konbanwa.
Yay! Did it not trigger? Wow. Really? I'm pretty sure I have Japanese on the TTS. Hold on, let me check. Real quick. I'm pretty sure I do. Let's see.
ビッグチーズ。
Hold on, I'm checking the... Oh, this is a different...
Konnichiwa.
Hold on. Where is it? That's the parry. Where is the... Wait. Hold on. Tamaler. Oh wait, am I on the wrong screen? Wait, what the fuck? Hold on. Oh wow, did I never update this? Seriously? Oh wow, I never updated this.
UWU。
Hold on. Why is this not updated? Hold on. Did I never update this? Also, I don't have Japanese. Why don't I have Japanese? You would think that would be one of the first things I will add to it.
Hello.
Hello. Hold on. I'm updating this. I don't know why this was not like enabled the way that I wanted. Huh. Now, let me
Baguette.
check over here also. Just to make sure everything is set correctly. Okay, that should clean the issue in theory. So now you should be able to use at least the EN ones.
Sola.
Test.
Yeah, that is working. I just don't have Japanese for some reason. I need to add that. Yeah. I don't have the Japanese for the one that uses the colon tags, but
This work but JP, not work.
yeah. That's basically it. Huh. Hold on, let me check something. Wait. Are you guys hearing double?
Test.
Like reverb? Yeah, maybe I screwed something up.
Take test.
Yeah, that's definitely not correct. Huh. I think I know what happened. I see. This thing is broken for some reason. Huh. One of my things is broken. I don't know why. Well, I can just kill this. And just add the... Oh, the alerts are working just fine. Let me just test. Yep, that's working just fine.
Caro subscribe to the channel.
There we go. Now we shouldn't have like duplicated voices. Yeah.
Hello.
Hello. Oh wow. You are the first user to discover that command.
Hello.
Hello. Okay, what was I doing? Right, this. The issue here is that we don't have a previous title, right? Because it's no one. So... Because the tile we begin on is like blocked by default. That's the issue here. So I need to find like the closest. No, that wouldn't work. Actually, there is something weird. Now that I think about it. When we actually start like checking for this, I'm using the place meeting to check for the obstacles, right? To block it. But when we see the enemy walking around, you can see it can actually go into the area where the wall is without actually colliding with anything. Right? So, something's wrong with the way things are like detected. Yeah. Huh. What is the collider for the sprite, actually? Enemy, dungeon, shipwrecked, slime. Idle. What is your collider? It's actually kind of small. So the issue is that, like, for some reason, it's still detecting collision with the tile, even though it's not really in collision. Huh. That's weird. At most, it should look. Hold on. If I grab this guy and I put it like right there, we are still not like touching the wall, right? But if I see the walls, you can see I'm within the range of the thing, right? So if I move it like a little bit away, you can see there should not be a collision. Oh, I see. Oh. Here is still supposed to be like manageable. But when I play this, you can see it actually starts in a bad area, which is weird. That shouldn't be correct. Oh. Yeah, that spot should be like clean. Why is this like considered hitting anything? That is not right. Oh. Also, the collider for the thing is even smaller, so that shouldn't be happening. What the hell? What does this do exactly? Let me check. Yeah, it does. It does it like checking the overlap. With this function, you can check a position of a collision with another instance. An instance is of an object using the collision mask of an instance that runs the code. When you use this, are effectively asking GameMaker to move the instance to a new position. Check for collision, move back. An array containing the combination objects, instances, tile maps, and the keywords and all. Passing an array allows you to check collision multiple objects. Oh. It should be working. What is happening here? Place meeting on this position. Hmm. Let me check what is in task variables because something's off. Okay, let's see. It's saying 0, 0. Hmm. Eight. Oh, I see. It's like going place by place. Hold on. Give me a second. I need to make it more debuggable. It is working. It's just not working the way I want it. Hold on. Oh, that's a hit for some reason. So we're at 0, 0 with this obstacle list. That is just the Thelma. And we hit something, so we're making this through. Okay. Then on position 1, okay. It is not going to work. You can see here the slime is like closer to the wall than it you would think it should be, right? So there is like how much extra on the side? Here you can maybe 8. Yeah, there is like a whole line right here that should be like clean to move. So, this whole like line right here should be clean. Up to here, it should be like where the wall is. Because only when we are here, we're actually hitting the wall, right? So, there should be like the wall ending here. But for some reason, it's like all the way like up here. Even though if you place the enemy over here, there is already a very big gap. Huh. What the hell? Okay, how about if I make this like precise? Will that make a difference? I wonder. It did not. What if I shrink this? Let me check. This is 526, 2626, and 511. Let me type this over here so I don't lose that. So 5, 11, 26, 26. And over here, I'm just going to move this to an ellipse, and I will shrink this thing like a lot. Now it's just a little dot. What happens there? Now it looks fine. That's way more clean. But you can see the slime going way deeper below. Yeah. This is how it should be looking. So it is actually like colliding with the thing. This is how this should look. What is happening here? I'm confused. Why is that happening? Yeah, there is an issue here. Why is this happening? Look at that. That shouldn't be happening. There is like 2 extra layers to that wall for some reason. Huh. And that's what's happening, causing the issue here. What is using the move and collide exactly to detect collision? Let me check the manual. Right, system application slot, being able to move. It doesn't say what they are using to detect collisions. Oh. Okay, so the issue is the way I'm detecting the collision, basically. Which is weird because I don't think that should be a problem. Okay, let me... my top at collision hit point should be calculate collision shear size. What this function does, place meaning, is that it checks with the collision using the whole collider of the object. So it should be like taking the shape into account. Why is this not working? Let me see. Let me think a little bit. So we move the object to the point where the collision is going to happen. Okay. We check. Oh. Hmm. Hmm. Okay, how about if I make this a variable? Var instance equals instance meeting. Instance place is so now we should know what the hell is what we colliding with. Let's see. Hold on. Okay, so let's see. What is this? Instance unable to evaluate. Okay, we go one. That's a tile map. So it is actually here in the tile map. Oh. Ref tile map. Right here. Oh. It's here in the tile map, right? Huh. Okay, let me try something. So, if I go over here and switch this to an ellipse, in theory, because we got the corners, it should cause the walls to be rounded, right? It barely rounded anything. What? And some of the corners are not even rounded. Like these ones are not rounded. And these ones are also not rounded. What the fuck? What? I'm so confused. That should not be happening. Ah! Hold on, let me look it up. 1 second. 1 second. Let me check this. Okay, so Game Maker Studio. Hold on. Uh, I was using what code again? Instant place. Okay. Hmm. Okay, that could be a solution. Huh. Okay. I thought maybe I could just not use the collision of the slime to check. Hmm. Yeah, could you just use a collision mask of my own making? Yeah. But I don't know if that's a good idea. Hmm. Let's see. Let me check another thing. Ah, this is so annoying. Hold on. Manually set collision mask. It could be the collision box, but not that is not set correctly, more that it could be not centered. Is it maybe an issue with the movement? Hold on. What is your collision mask? That is correct. That is correct.
ChatGPT.
ChatGPT. Don't use ChatGPT if you can't help it. No, the collision max is the same. Well, this is slightly different here, but it still shouldn't be causing this issue. Not for the moment, at least. Maybe it's because I'm the idle on this. Is this collision different? It is not. Yeah, these are normal. Why is this not working? This is detecting a hit in that specific position. Okay, let me think. I give a position that is not centered, not that I think about it, because I'm using the coordinates of the actual world transform, and I believe there should be some data loss. So in theory, when I apply this, everything should be shifted up left by 1, right? If that is correct. So this right here is like thinner. This wall is thinner than the wall over here. They are not, they are the same. Yeah, this is... Wait. Not that I look at it. Well, it's a little bit to the right, now that I think about it. It looks fine. Oh, I got too close to the enemy. The issue is on the collider, probably because it's not centered. And 0, 0 is there, On 0, 8, it would be 1 to the right, but it will still be hitting the top. So I could maybe just simply add 4 to the actual transformation. So here is not just the multiplication with the grid, but I must add to X I need to add 4 to center the thing right on the tile of the grid as I want it. That will give us the exact center of the grid instead of the top left. Look at that, that's a big change actually. Yeah, you can see I cannot go all the way up there. Not perfect on the top, but it's much better. Huh. Yeah, and this is an opening of 2 right here. But it's still like not perfect here. Right, momentos is just random movement. It's still a bit too thick over here, but on this side is fairly good. On the bottom 3 feels just fine. Yeah. So I push this 1 to the right and down. And this is okay. Maybe the transformation over here is also wrong. I'm dividing the position we're currently in over the room and then multiplying by the size of the grid. That in theory is correct, right? And then rounding also. But I'm doing it after the fact. Oh, hold on. My cat wants to leave the room. One moment. I'll be right back. One moment. Okay. So let's see. So maybe my conversion to the word point is not perfect. So 0, 0 should be... Huh. Okay. I'm trying to like reason my way out of this problem. This is actually centering everything, yes, and this is rounding it. Should I round it first instead of doing it like this? What if I just round first before I change the value? Now I'm guessing. I can tell I'm just guessing now. That's not good. It did fix things a little bit for the pathfinding, but not the way I want it, sadly.
My meeting is still not over.
Hello. That's fine, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. It's fine, it's fine. I think maybe it has to do with my calculation, with my calculations of how I'm transforming the position of the character into the world. He's basically interacting with the thing as if the collider was 32 by 52. I'm just like realizing that. So it is an issue with the place meeting for some reason. Huh. Also, the way the collider is being calculated here, it feels like it's making the pathfinding according to the player instead of the enemy, which is kind of weird. It actually worked this time. It crashes. Yeah. What is the size of this guy? Let's see. You are 5 to 26. That's 20 pixels, kind of. 11 to 26. That's around 10 high. What if I just stabilize the size? If I say 25 by 25 and you are 10, that is like more clean, kind of, not really. But I could make it on basis of 8. So I do 4 to 24. And 8 to 32? No, 24? Oh. No, that makes no sense. Ten to 26. That is very clean. I could change the top a little bit. 5. Oh, wait. 15. Yeah, I don't know what not to do. I really don't know what to do. Can I get the information of the collider actually? Let's see. What if I do this? Hold on. So we go into the game, right? We stop here. Here we already collided with something, right? So I should be able to see. We are on the slime, okay. Building variables. There should be, yeah, the bounding box right here. So left to right. And 92 to 15. That should be 7 plus 15. That is 22. Hold on, calculator. We said 293. Minus 315. Yeah, 22. Wait, that's not the bounding box, I should know. And the other one is... The bottom is 315. And the top is 299. That's 16. That's not the 16 and 22? That's not correct, right? Hold on. The difference here is 16. The difference here is 21, not 22. Huh. It's just slightly different in size. Interesting. Still is showing the causing issues. Oh. Weight and height, scale, length, mask index and mask, the bounding box, They shouldn't be causing issues. What the fuck? What if I... actually use a collision rectangle? What is it? Over here, pathfinding. What if I use if collision rectangle and I set a specific rectangle? Let's say actually no, this is going to be way more complex than I think. Okay, never mind. Let's continue next time. Yeah, I need to figure this out. There is like an issue with the detection of the collision that should not be happening. Yeah, something's really off here. Adjusting this here actually helped, but I believe there is still something wrong. Yeah. Okay. Let's stop here. I almost got it.
I had a box of Haagen-Dazs, the chocolate and almond covered vanilla ice cream bars. Lala drops their coins into and try their combo 3136, but the box doesn't unlock. Their guess was too high. You don't really stream anywhere, Mew, Rua. GGS, exploitable TTS, no don't kill me D. Konnichiwa, hello, test, this work but, JP, not work, test, tate tests, hello, heal Lu, ChatGPT, my meeting is still not over.
No. Yeah, there goes the DTS. Okay. What's happening? You see, every screen in my stream is an independent thing. So whenever I switch from one screen to another, the DTS triggers again. Yeah. But it only triggers the ones that are specifically
ベリーロングチャット GPT。
things that are clean, right? I mean, excuse me, things that are specifically tagged to be read by the DTS. And there is always a freebie per user on the stream, so yeah, it happens very regularly. Yes. Okay, I couldn't figure it out. So we will see next time.
reset the OBSLUL。
I have like a theory of what happened, but I need to put it to the test. Yeah. Okay, let's end it here for today. Thank you so much for coming to the stream, and I will see you guys next time. Bye bye, good night, adios, buenas noches, rest well. Good night, bye bye. Good night, rest well, bye bye, adios. Thank you for coming to the stream. Gracias por venir al directo. And I will see you guys next time. Bye bye, good night. Bye bye, thank you for coming. Go to sleep, Glass. Bye.
Rua, GGS. Alright, enough spam from me. Other than not anytime, anywhere, kick. Twitch etc. Might be the algorithms messing with you. Exploitable TTS, no don't kill me D. I should head to bed and get ready to sleep. Everyone enjoy stream. I hope I can join for Terraria tomorrow, even if it's only for an hour or two. Actually movement mechanism is totally finished.
オフライン
I'm
エクス
obsessed
プロイ
with
ト
wide
力こ
turns.
ぶ
I think I'm broke still. Anyway, good luck with the coding new. Bye bye everyone. Bye clap. Night. Umki am very hungry but I have frozen Nutella. S. It was melted. S. Was outside I tried to freeze it's now concrete. Did anyone see the red moon yet or? Our NPC is idle walking. My car cannot read the kanji of the songs on my playlist frown. What is your car? JP. Yuwu konnichiwa. Konnichiwa. Guy got banned. JP. Yuwu. Hello. Test. This work but, JP. Not work. Test. Like reverb. Tate tests. Hello. Heal Lu. It's actually moving G good. What happened? ITT was working. Maybe collider out of wall. Yeah but may create a collision issue when attacking. Cause. May it stopped at collision hit point it should be calculate collision shape size, ChatGPT. It's moving to us, my meeting is still not over. So good night everyone. Dead zone should be on head. And there goes the TTS. What happens? Every time Mew switches scenes on obs the TTS goes wild. Bye bye clap clap. Evening or whatever it is for all you guys. GN. No, hand pink waving. Good night, bye bye. Bye. Night everyone. Croissant emoji, rice cracker emoji, banana emoji, sun emoji, black star emoji, crescent moon emoji. Get started from first message. Rolling on the floor laughing emoji. Bye bye. Bye.